Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your host, Super Ninja Austin, in the 59 SNA podcast. And I bet you're wondering, I look like I'm in a different room because, I'm in my grandfather's bedroom doing this right now because there's some inconvenient circumstances going on into my personal life with family. But we're not here to hear about that. Like, we're going to talk about the latest wrestling news, stories and rumors you need to know because this is the wrestling news video. Uh, the wrestling news video, part 12, I believe. But yeah, let's begin. We're going to talk about everything in the wrestling news from Fightful tonight. I mean, I think that's not because in the middle of the afternoon. We're going to start off today with okay. Let's start off the news with um. Sorry, it's taking so long. It's loading right here on the articles. Okay, let's start off with we got some Trinity Fight 2 news now as her title reign continues. And it says right here on the latest episode of Impact Wrestling, the knockouts were a full swing throughout the night. One such highlight was the Knockouts World title with Gazelle Shaw challenging Trinity in the Knockouts Women's World Championship. Did not It did not disappoint. It's no easy feat to go one on one with an incredibly vers status set set top vers vers versatile ver- versatile com, com, comp, competi- competitor and and simultaneously keep an eye on the entourage, but like class act, a class act top notch champion. That's exactly what Trinity did. While no two reigns are exactly alike. Dude, I like one thing is for certain in Trinity, the Knockouts division has a true fighting champion, a champion with im, im, immaculate, im, im, immu, im, immaculate, immaculate, in, innate, 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 innate skills, and in a spunky, in a spunky style with F around and find out energy. Trinity's vibes is in, infectious, and in the eye she's bringing to the division are well deserved and, in my opinion, understood. Since defeating the ver, the virtuosa Diana Perazzo to begin her first reign as Knockouts World Champion, Trinity has risen to each and every occasion. She's accepted all challenges, even when some might say it's a risk with too high a cost. From Diana Perazzo to Al, Alicia Edwards, Trinity maintains her pinnacle seat at the top of the Knockouts division. She is she is da- she is dauntless in this new phase of her career. The impact Trinity is is making can be felt with her impeccable contributions with a plural as of late at, as of late to women's wrestling in the knockouts division as a, as a whole who work tirelessly to be at the top of their craft, representing the lifeblood of Impact Wrestling. After the latest win and some quotable e- ethic post match, Trinity may be down starting down her her stiffest excuse me, competition yet, in the form of women's wrestling legend Mickey James. Will the two clash the biggest Impact pay-per-view of the year? Will hardcore country in ushers in a new era? Will make Mickey James be able to do what Diana Perazzo has not, and end Trinity's reign with all the knockouts zeroing in Trinity, not in on Trinity. The road for Bound for Glory will be anything but calm. Don't miss out. Don't miss the knockouts. That yeah, y'all probably get the point of Trinity. But yeah, what y'all think about the Trinity 5-2's reign as Impact Women's Knockouts Champion? And do you think it's gonna be a great show if we hear about it on the in the upcoming wrestling news, or for those who watch Impact, are y'all gonna see that it's gonna be the former two WWE women's wrestlers, Trinity and Mickey James, going head to head on one another for the Knockouts Championship at the upcoming Bound for Glory event, or do you think that it's, or do you think Trinity's gonna face someone else, and why? And why? And for those who think so, give me an explanation. Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And and do you think if they do face each other, do you think that they're gonna have a great match, or do you think it's too early to have have a match? Which I'm not sure if they ever wrestled in WWE like 1-on-1. But if y'all think so, let me know down in the comments below. But if but who you think, and if you think they're gonna wrestle in Bound for Glory, also who's gonna win the match and who's gonna walk out of the pay per view as the Knockouts Women's World Championship? Like, you were gonna see a title change from Trinity Fatu's successful reign as champion, or you're gonna see Trinity continuing her successful reign by retaining against the hardcore women's wrestling, hardcore legend of the women's wrestling. Y'all let me know down in the comments below. We're gonna move on to the next news, which is let's see. Sorry, my phone's being weird right now. Let's see. Hmm. Next up, we got some Adam Cole news. Right here says Adam Cole says he needs 2 surgeries, eight screws a in a plate to fix broken ankle. It says right here, Adam Cole provides an update on his ankle injury. Adam Cole recently took to Twitter to stream with the with the Chugs Army, and early on in the stream, he provide he provided an update on his ankle injury he suffered at AEW Dynamite's Grand Slam in 2023 at the main event in the AEW World Championship match when he was ringside with his tag partner MJF when he was taking on Samoa Joe. But anyways, so Cole revealed that he will need multiple ankle surgeries and a total of 8 screws and I'm not and a plate and a plate in his ankle. My my ankle, it says right here on the stream on this onto this article, and it's saying my ankle is broken. When it's all said when it's all said and done, when I'm eventually able to get everything all fixed, I'm going to need to get 2 surgeries, and it will be a total of 8 screws and a plate in my ankle. So not ideal. It's incredibly painful. It's it's the most painful injury I've ever had. Speaking to doctors, it was just an absolute freak type of thing. No idea has has it happened. I'm doing my I'm doing my best to stay as positive as I can. Obviously, this is so crushing. It's really, really a bummer. If anything, it's it's more it's more painful mentally and physically. It really, really hurts as well. Cole would go and then and Cole would go on to thank the Chug's Army for being so supportive. Like I think it meant thank. My apologies for reading it. Anyways, I should say one of because I think Fight Flags they put an I instead of an A, the wrong vowel even. But it says right here that they want to thank the Chug's Army for being so supportive and promised to get through the injury and power on. Yeah, Adam has continued to appear on AEW programming, most recently appearing on a vig, a vignette on October 4th AEW Dynamite, which was last night, of course, where he visited Roderick Strong at home and ended up fixed. My apologies. Yeah. And fixing up his house because, according to Roddy in the Kingdom, his 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 fiend Shua Shu Shui Shua his feng shui was off. Fans fans can check out the full results in AEW. Make sure y'all check that out. And I even talked about I I said some physical therapy facility, but I think I was right at first saying it's Roddy's house, which I should stay that way. But I totally forgot because I haven't watched the Ruined match. Well, I mean not Ruined match. I really didn't watch the segment until like a couple hours before I did the podcast, or or something, yeah, like that. But yeah, what what y'all think about Adam Cole needing like about three different surgeries? Like those are like a or two different surgeries. Let me rephrase that. Two different surgery on his ankle and a screw and eight screws and a plate. And y'all let me know down in the comments below. And I am such a huge fan of Adam Cole. Like I've been watching him ever since he very first came to NXT, of course. And I had watched some highlights of him in his time in Ring of Honor, and he killed it and nailed it into his time there, and even being his world champion. And I want to send my well wishes for a full and fast and speedy recovery as he goes to surgery and gets that taken care of, and hopefully he comes back sooner rather than later, like and recover very well and soon. But let's move on to the next news, which is we got some Rob Van Dam news now, as there's which he said, I need a rematch against Jack Perry. I'd like to work with Chris Jericho and Christian, which he's that's now on AEW. Whether if they're the new the new young stars or some old wrestling friends from WWE, of course. But it says right here, Rob Van Dam is sets his sights on a number of people in AEW. And it says right here, after making his debut for the company in August, Rob Van Dam returned to AEW for the September 23rd episode of AEW Collision. On that show, Van Dam teamed with Hook to defeat Angelo Parker and Matt Menard. And it says right here, according to his article, in a new interview with Sportskeeda, Rob Van Dam was asked who he still wants to face it with face off with him. Who wants to face off with him in All Elite Wrestling? He said, "I need a rematch." Dang it, my phone's being weird again. It's re trying to reload, which I understand. Like I know it's on half a full percent on my battery, but I understand why. I really need to get a new phone. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this as soon as this reloads. I understand why is it. Okay, yeah, he said, I need a rematch with Jungle Boy. I'd like to work with Chris Jericho. We would have an awesome match. Christian too. Sting would be cool. That's that be cool. I don't know how Sting is feeling. I know that Chris is still wrestling full time, so I'm sure for all my previous matches with Chris, we would pull he would pull through and amaze everybody. And Jack Perry is currently away. He's like Jack Perry is currently away from a reflected on his appearance on the September 23rd episode of Collision during a recent episode of the one of a kind podcast. Fans can he talked about that, but we'll probably hear more about that in the news later. But yeah, what do you think about Rob Van Dam when the wrestle names like Christian Cage and Jack Perry and and even Christian Cage, Jack Perry, and Chris Jericho? That's who. And he said he would love to work with Jericho again, and even Sting. Like he would love to face Sting in AEW, and then yeah, guys like Jericho and Christian go like with guys like them, they go way back from him wrestling those guys for over 20 plus years, of course. And what you want to see next from Rob Van Dam in All Elite Wrestling? I'm gonna let y'all decide down in the comments below. I hope that we see more of him more often and have more banger matches because he killed it with he killed it in that match against Jungle Boy Jack Perry, or just Jack Perry now, when he was FTW champion, and he even had a most recent match. He very Taz's son Hook, taking on Angelo Parker and Matt Menard in that match. That was a killer as well. From my SNA podcast, part part six of the collision review. Make sure you check it out on here at Super Ninja Austin 213. And then we're gonna move on to the next news. We're gonna be talking about. I hate it when he does this.